Carrot Tap podcast for myself, Daps. Guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all that good stuff. Oh, guys. Do you know what? We're going to go straight into it. Oh, yeah, guys, make sure you do like and subscribe. Make sure you get in the comments, especially during transfer time. It helps. Like the engagement helps me to actually get subjects to talk about, and it makes me want to be like, oh, let me go and address this and whatnot. And we've got a live happening. We have a live happening on. When is the live happening? The live is happening on Sunday. So Sunday night, I'm going to be doing a live. So make sure you lot tune in for that. We're going to get them back up and running. But yeah, man, listen, breaking news. Tottenham are on one today, right? Obviously, they've signed Mohamed Kudus, which is a very, very good signing. We all know that I wanted Arsenal to maybe go in for him if they were going to go in for Madueke, but it is what it is. Tottenham get him for 55 million? And that's a very, very good buy from Tottenham. To get what I'm saying? Someone that instantly improves the squad, instantly raises the entire quality of the squad and those around him, hopefully. So, and what is really good about him is that we know he can play at Champions League level. Mohamed Kudus is a player that, we've seen him over the last 2 years and we know that he can play Champions League level, 100%. I think he actually played in Champions League for Ajax. Correct me if I'm mistaken. So, obviously Tottenham don't have the squad capable of challenging for the Premier League right now or challenging for the Champions League. But what they're actually doing is making signings that actually improve their squad, get them closer and make sense. And I think that's what it's about. And, when you see that they've brought in Mohamed Kudus today, it's a signing that makes sense. It's a signing that, like I just said, is easily a quality raiser, easily a player that can, if he's playing with better players, who knows, can go on and get between 10 to 15 goals in the league. So, fair play to them. And Tottenham are going to be very happy today because not only have they signed Mohamed Kudus, but it looks like they've activated the release clause in Morgan Gibbs-White's contract. And that's another player who I think is proper good. Morgan Gibbs-White is a player that improves the squad again. And when you look at their midfield, Maddison, Morgan Gibbs-White, Sarr, Bissouma, Bentancur. Listen, they've got a really good team there, really good squad, and they've got depth and they've got quality. Do you get what I'm saying? With Morgan Gibbs-White, you've got a player that's going to come in and make a difference. You've got him playing alongside, like I said, Maddison, feeding them passes into Solanke, feeding them crosses into Solanke, and they should be happy. And I think I saw somewhere, one of my group chats, someone put in that they're also after Adam Wharton. Do you know what I'm saying? They're after Adam Wharton, and if they were to ever get Wharton, listen, if they were to ever get Wharton, that would be such a massive move for them, because Adam Wharton, for me, he's one of the top prospects in this country. And, he's just off the back of a really good season for Crystal Palace. He's someone that most top teams would have. And if anyone that buys him has a top player for the next 10 years, I'm pretty sure of it. I think he's that good. I think, and if there's no truth in the stories for Adam Wharton, then someone needs to go in and get him. 100%. But then again, Crystal Palace are notoriously stubborn when it comes to releasing players. Do you know what I mean? Eze was meant to go last season. Well, you thought he was going to go. They managed to keep hold of him. We saw what happened with Zaha all those years ago. When it comes to their top prospects, they're notoriously stubborn. So, we're going to see what's going to happen there. But, fair play to Tottenham, man. They're really making strides in this transfer window. And Tottenham are having the sort of window that you expect to see from teams who are actively trying to improve their teams. Do you know what I'm saying? We're not going out there to just bring any and anyone in. Tottenham are bringing in good quality players who are of the required level that they're trying to get to. Do you get what I'm saying? So fair play to them, man. They're doing it well. Also, hot off the press, Yesterday we heard how I wasn't having the Noni Madueke news, but looks like fees have been agreed today, 50 million plus add-ons. So you mean to tell me the first bid that Arsenal went in for, 50 mil, was enough, which lets me know that since they bought him for 30 mil, has he really improved that much? No, they bit our hand off with that. They were happy to take that money for Madueke. But you know what? As much as I weren't happy with him, it's gonna happen. It's looking like the here we go came today, and you just got to get behind him. That's it. Until if he comes in and does the business, I will happily eat my words, 100%. But he's here. Just got to make the most of it. And now that that's out of the way, and that looks like it's gonna get done. Let's get the Gyökeres one in. Do you know what I mean? Let's get that in, and then once that's in, we can hopefully get Rodrigo, because I'm hearing today from Fabrizio that Madrid are happy to let him go. They're open to just offers. So it's up to Rodrigo if he wants to go or if he wants to fight for his place, which is crazy that Rodrigo even has to fight for a place in that team. Crazy. When I say that he has to fight for a place, I mean that he's not getting into that team, because what I see from Vinicius, I don't really think that there shouldn't be room for Rodrigo and how he's playing. Do you get what I'm saying? But it's whatever. They've said that Rodrigo can go if they get a good offer for him, but it's up to him. They're not going to force him out the door. But that's a green light as far as I'm concerned for Arsenal to go in there and make their move. Real Madrid are happy to just let it be done. So listen, if they're going to sell him, Arsenal, go in and do what you need to do. This Madueke one is done. It's done. Happy, cool. Let's just move past it. Now you get the Gyökeres and Eze, hopefully. But again, these are all like hearsay things. No one actually knows what's gonna. No one actually knows what's gonna transpire in terms of other moves that's going on. You just hope that with Madueke coming in, Arsenal do the right thing and have a real plan to bring in top quality players that improve the overall squad. So we will see. Right. Let me just quickly have a look at what else is going on. Let me just see. I have to just go to Fabrizio Romano's page to see what's happening. Right, Mohamed Kudus, he's there. He's gone. Okay, Madueke, we already know. Documents will be exchanged. So 52 mil package. Key target. He's a key target. Okay. Cool. Right. Alvaro Carreras to Madrid. 50 mil. Okay. Cool. Who else? Who the heck is he? Alvaro Carreras to Benfica. The reason why I'm asking that, because it says Man United, they're waiting for Man United to confirm they don't activate buyback clause. Oh, I didn't even know. So he used to be a Man United player. Osimhen. It's looking like the Osimhen deal has stalled because of the package that Napoli are asking for, and Galatasaray can't pay that right now. So they obviously can't agree on a transfer package. And it's looking like that's not going to happen. But again, if I'm Arsenal, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm looking at the Gyökeres one, and I'm like, as much as that's not done. No. In fact, bring Gyökeres. But it'll be interesting if, I think Galatasaray will, find a way to deal with Napoli, and an agreement will be made, because Napoli obviously want him off the books. And right now, looking at the only suitors is Galatasaray in terms of teams willing to actually take him on because of his salary demands and whatever else. So, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to get that done. So we move with that one. So let's see. Yeah, man, there's not really much else going on. Marseille held talks with Aubameyang. Okay. I didn't even know Aubameyang was in Saudi. Okay. Can't believe this Morgan Gibbs-White. Tottenham are really doing good news. I mean, good buys. Yeah, and another thing I did want to say, because I just saw Evan Ferguson, it looks like he's going to Roma. A couple of seasons ago, people were talking about Evan Ferguson maybe coming to Arsenal. It was that time when we were looking for a striker and he brought Havertz in. I remember people were linking Evan Ferguson with Arsenal. And I was never sold on the Evan Ferguson hype. Do you get what I'm saying? I mean, good player, but I think it just goes to show why we should never just be in the moment and just hype everything and go with the hype all the time. Sometimes see how things play out. Had he gone to like an Arsenal or been given more game time, who knows what would have happened. But as it stands, you know, it hasn't really gone to plan as well as people thought it would have gone. He's still young. Do you know what I'm saying? And who knows what's going to happen? He might go Roma and just absolutely smash it. But, you know, it's just interesting to see how, you know, people were hyping him up so much and he was at the next big thing and people were touting him for a £100 million move at one point. And now you're looking at him and he's going to Roma under the radar. So, yeah, man. I just felt like that was interesting. But I think that would be it from me today. I can't believe Morgan Gibbs-White and Kudus. Listen, look, as an Arsenal fan, when you look at how we're doing business and then you're seeing Tottenham just Kudus, Morgan Gibbs-White, 2 days running back to back. Like, that's how you need to be doing transfers. That's how you need to be getting your deals done. Man City did the same thing. Cherki, Rangers, Ain't Nuri, just boom, straight, back to back. Liverpool, Wirtz, Frimpong, just get them in early. For whatever reason, Arsenal just always just seem to just do things, you know, the long way, or just do the convoluted, is that a word? Do things in a convoluted way. But listen, it is what it is. It is what it is. And, there was something else I wanted to talk about, actually. So there's this whole thing next season where media, there's going to be interviews at halftime and substitutes and cameras in the changing rooms. And I'm just like, they want to make this sport so American and it's not going to work. I mean, it'll work because whatever, innit? But I just think by introducing, you know, at halftime, imagine a team is losing or a manager just wants to get his players and talk to them and, you know, they might be losing or, you know, the game's not going well and you want to have an interview. It's actually just an inconvenience. And anyone that's actually played the game at any sort of level knows that at halftime, you just want to get in and do your job. You've got a game to win. Do you know what I'm saying? The last thing you should be doing is media and whatnot. And whoever introduced that, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how many managers were for it in terms of the interviews, you know, during halftime and substitutes coming off and being introduced. I mean, being interviewed after they've been after they've had to come off. That it's just crazy. I can imagine sitting on the bench, having someone, you know, seeing someone come off and them going to do an interview while the game is going. Bruh, I don't know about that. I don't know about the cameras. I don't know about the cameras being introduced in the changing rooms. So at halftime, they can cut to the cameras in the changing room and hear what the manager's saying. Like, what if they're having a team? Well, they're going to be having a team talk about how they're going to maybe win the game or what they're going to do in the game. And you want to quickly, like, put that out. Like it just don't make no sense. And I just want to know whose idea that was. So yeah, that's it from me. Guys, let me know what else you think I need to talk about and discuss. And I should be back tomorrow. We are out.